What if everything you've been told about success is wrong? What if the gap between ordinary people and the top 1% isn't talent, intelligence, connections, luck, or even working harder than everyone else? It's something far smaller, yet far more powerful. Just a 1% improvement each day. Sounds insignificant, right? That's exactly why most people ignore it. While the majority spend years waiting for the perfect opportunity, the perfect plan, or the perfect moment, a small group of people quietly build extraordinary lives through tiny daily actions that compound into massive results. Today, you'll discover the 1% rule, the hidden principle that separates average lives from exceptional ones. And by the end of this video, you'll never look at success the same way again. Most people think success happens in a single moment. They imagine a life-changing breakthrough, a viral video, a $1 million idea, a lucky opportunity, or a sudden promotion that changes everything overnight. But that's not how real success works. The truth is, success is often invisible long before it becomes visible. It's built in the early mornings nobody sees, the extra page read before bed, the workout completed when motivation is gone, the small choices repeated day after day. Yet most people never experience extraordinary results because they're addicted to immediate rewards. They want fast progress, quick wins, and instant gratification. When results don't appear right away, they lose patience and give up. Not because they're incapable, not because they lack talent, but because they underestimate the incredible power of tiny improvements. And that's where the life-changing 1% rule comes in. The 1% rule is one of the most powerful success principles you'll ever learn, and it's surprisingly simple. Improve by just 1% every single day. That's it. Most people hear that and immediately dismiss it. After all, what can 1% really do? Everything. Imagine two people starting from the exact same place. One gets 1% better each day, the other gets 1% worse. For the first few weeks, the difference is almost invisible. But as months pass, the gap grows wider and wider until their lives look completely different. Why? Because small actions compound. Just as money earns interest, your habits earn results. Every workout strengthens your body. Every page you read expands your mind. Every disciplined decision builds momentum. Success isn't created by one massive breakthrough. It's created by thousands of small choices repeated consistently. While most people chase dramatic transformations, the top 1% understand a secret. Extraordinary results come from ordinary actions performed every single day. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people don't fail because they're incapable. They fail because average feels safe. Average asks for nothing from you. No risk, no sacrifice, no uncomfortable growth. Think about the typical day. Hours disappear scrolling social media, binge-watching content, complaining about problems, and waiting for life to somehow change. Then tomorrow arrives, and the exact same cycle repeats. The danger isn't one terrible decision. It's hundreds of small decisions that seem harmless in the moment, but slowly pull you away from your goals. Success and failure are rarely dramatic. They're usually hidden in daily habits. Every day, life offers two choices: comfort or growth. One feels easy now but costs you later. The other feels difficult now but rewards you later. Most people choose comfort. The top 1% choose growth. And year after year, that simple choice creates a gap so large, it looks like a completely different life. The real magic of the 1% rule lies in something called the compound effect. Small habits may seem insignificant today, but over time, they create extraordinary results. Think about reading just 10 pages a day. Most people would call that too little to matter. But after 1 year, you've read more than 3,600 pages, the equivalent of 12 to 15 life-changing books. That's knowledge most people never gain. Now consider exercising for only 20 minutes a day. It doesn't feel impressive in the moment, but after a year, you've invested over 120 hours into your health and fitness. The transformation becomes impossible to ignore. This is how successful people operate. They don't rely on motivation because motivation comes and goes. They rely on consistency. Elite athletes, top entrepreneurs, and high performers understand that greatness isn't built in a single day. It's built through small actions repeated so often that they eventually produce results nobody can overlook. One of the biggest reasons people never reach their goals is simple. They quit before the results have a chance to appear. Imagine planting a seed in the ground. For weeks, maybe even months, nothing seems to happen. No visible growth, no proof that your effort is working. But beneath the surface, roots are growing stronger every day. Success works the same way. You start exercising, but the mirror doesn't change overnight. You begin learning a new skill, but progress feels painfully slow. You start saving money, yet the numbers seem too small to matter. So most people give up. What they don't realize is that they're often just moments away from a breakthrough. The results were coming. They just weren't visible yet. Every successful person you've ever admired went through a period of invisible growth. Long before the recognition, the wealth, or the achievement, there were years of quiet discipline and consistent effort. The 1% rule rewards those who stay patient long enough to see their hard work finally compound into something extraordinary. One of the greatest obstacles to success in the modern world isn't a lack of talent or opportunity. It's instant gratification. Every day we're surrounded by distractions designed to capture our attention. Social media, streaming platforms, notifications, and endless entertainment offer quick bursts of pleasure with almost no effort required. The problem is that what feels good now often costs us later. Your brain naturally prefers immediate rewards over future rewards. That's why junk food is more tempting than a workout. That's why scrolling feels easier than studying. That's why spending money feels better than investing it. The average person makes decisions based on how they feel in the moment. The top 1% make decisions based on where they want to be in the future. They understand a powerful truth. Every choice is a vote for the person you're becoming. By sacrificing short-term comfort, they gain something far more valuable: long-term freedom, success, and control over their lives. The biggest transformation doesn't happen in your schedule, your bank account, or your daily routine. It happens in your identity. The most successful people don't simply change what they do. They change who they believe they are. Most people say, "I want to get fit," but high performers say, "I am someone who takes care of my body." Most people say, "I want to read more books," but successful people say, "I am a lifelong learner." Most people say, "I want to start a business," but future entrepreneurs begin to see themselves as business owners long before they make their first dollar. This shift is powerful because your actions always follow your identity. When you believe something about yourself, your behavior naturally works to support that belief. That's why the 1% rule isn't really about improving your habits. It's about creating a new version of yourself. a person who chooses growth over comfort, a person who keeps promises to themselves, a person who shows up when it's inconvenient, difficult, or boring, because motivation is temporary, identity is permanent, and when your identity changes, success stops feeling like something you're chasing and starts becoming who you are. Here's the truth that most people spend their entire lives missing. Your future isn't shaped by the big decisions you make once or twice a year. It's shaped by the small decisions you make every single day. The extra page you read when nobody's watching. The workout you complete when you'd rather stay on the couch. The skill you practice when progress feels slow. The dollar you save instead of spending. Individually, these actions seem insignificant, almost too small to matter. But that's exactly what makes them so powerful. Because while most people underestimate small actions, those actions are quietly building the person you'll become tomorrow. The difference between average and extraordinary isn't one giant leap. It's a tiny advantage repeated over and over again until the results become impossible to ignore. That's the power of the 1% rule. It isn't flashy, it isn't exciting, and it doesn't promise overnight success, but it delivers something far more valuable: real, lasting transformation. So don't focus on changing your entire life today. Focus on becoming just 1% better. One choice, one habit, one step forward. Then repeat it tomorrow. Because 1 year from now, you'll either be looking back with regret, wishing you had started, or you'll be living proof that small improvements can create extraordinary results. The decision starts today. Will you stay where you are? Or will you join the 1%? If this video inspired you, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more powerful content on psychology, self-improvement, and success. Now I want to hear from you. Comment below. I'm choosing the 1%. Because success doesn't begin with a massive breakthrough. It begins with a single decision to become better today than you were yesterday. Your future is built one choice at a time. Make that choice today.